What is going on, guys? Welcome to episode 155 of GregglesTV Daily Rewind. And this is where we go back a week, give you all of the tech news from the past 7 days in one single video. And if you're interested in the Galaxy Z Fold 3, Z Flip 3, we have a plethora of information with these phones. It's getting near and dear, ridiculous, all the stuff we know and we've seen as well. So you definitely want to watch this week. There's crazy cases coming out for the Galaxy Z Flip 3. We have information on the Galaxy Home Mini, which still isn't out in the United States and most of the world, and so much more. So enjoy this week's episode, and we'll see you in the next one. First story of the day is all about Apple and their foldable phone, similar to what we get with the Galaxy Z Fold 2. And we've talked about this before, and we're getting more information about it in terms of when and just more evidence, I guess, that it's going to come out. This information is coming from an analyst, Ming-Chi Kuo, who's a big name in the Apple community of leaks and rumors, saying that Apple's going to launch an 8-inch foldable iPhone in 2023 with an 8-inch QHD Plus flexible OLED display. Now, they said based on the latest industry survey, we forecast that Apple will likely launch a foldable iPhone with an 8-inch QHD Plus flexible OLED display in 2023 with STC as the exclusive display supplier and Samsung Foundry as the exclusive DDI foundry provider. Based on Apple's requested capacity plan, we predict that the foldable iPhone shipments will reach 15 to 20 million in 2023. We expect that the foldable iPhone will adopt TPK's silver nanowire touch solution because of its several advantages over STC's Y-Octa technology. This is going to be huge, mark my words. If Apple truly comes out with a foldable smartphone that's like this, they're gonna blow the market away. And I say that because, first of all, especially in America, iPhones are hugely popular. When I pull out my Galaxy Z Fold to pay for something or show a coupon or like a QR code on there or something, or just to look at my phone, and I'm at a store, especially lately, it is crazy the amount of times people are like, wow, what phone is that? That is awesome. That is like a small tablet in your hands. That is like amazing. So if Apple does this, you can bet without a shadow of a doubt, it will probably be one of the top selling phones of that year. Mark my words, guys, it's gonna be huge. Speaking of the Galaxy Z Fold 3 and Z Flip 3, we've spoken about the colors, but there seems to be even more colors that are going to be coming out for both of those phones. Let's check this out. Now, I guess originally this was leaked out by another leaker in the community, Tron, and I'll show you can see right here, but I'm gonna ultimately rock with Ross Young's tweet just because it's a little bit more in depth. So Z Flip 3 will actually have 8 colors: beige, black, dark blue, gray, green, light pink, light violet, and white. 4 colors will get most of the volume though. Production starts in early July, meaning that the release date for the Z Flip 3 should be in August of 2021. The 4 colors for the Z Fold 3 are beige, black, green, and silver. Production also starts in July, and again, you should probably see a release date of August, again, August 2021 for the Z Fold 3. Those colors, especially on the Z Flip 3, are a crazy amount of colors. What's your favorite color of both of those? Let me know in the comments. Running along with this Galaxy Z Fold 3 moniker and, just overall theme of this show, what about some information that we talked about yesterday? There was some leaked materials, marketing materials for the Z Fold 3. One of them showed this. I couldn't read this because it's so blurry, but ultimately it says that, smack dab on that screen, it says that there is 120 hertz inside and out. So that means on the inside display and on the outside display that it's going to have 120 hertz. And also you're gonna see under display camera on the main display, S Pen compatibility, and it's going to be lighter and thinner. And just taking a look at this from Ben Geskin, this is his creation based off what we saw yesterday, and he makes fantastic renders of phones. And when you see the phone on the back side, it looks kind of similar. Obviously the camera module is smaller and you still get that skinny long display on the front of it, which I'm not a huge fan of. I wish they really need to make that thing larger and get rid of the bezel. The bezel's just way too big on there. But when you look at this huge Giants display on the inside with no camera hole and just all display all the way around and the S Pen right next to it, it looks amazing. I'm very excited about this. This is the phone that again, is gonna blow me away. I'm hoping it's gonna have some, and for me, it definitely has enough to want an upgrade. I'm gonna upgrade regardless, but there's enough there. You know, the 120 hertz inside and out, lighter and thinner, the under display camera, faster processor, hopefully better cameras. There's rumors that the cameras are just gonna be 12 megapixels across the board, but hopefully they'll still be better overall, you would think, than what we have with the Z Fold 2. First story of the day is about the Pixel Buds A. We've been speaking about these earbuds. These are gonna look very similar to the regular Pixel Buds, but they're gonna be cheaper, probably with maybe some less features potentially, but check this out. This tweet was put out by Android, and it looks like it was a little bit too early because they have since deleted this tweet. But ultimately, the tweet says quality sound and quick Bluetooth pairing. The new Pixel Buds A series have arrived. Enjoy one-tap Bluetooth pairing with the updated fast pair experience on Android. And then you see a little graphic that says new Pixel Buds with fast pair available on Android 6.0 and older. Android, and then you also see the picture of a Pixel phone along with some Pixel Buds A on there, and they look really similar to regular Pixel Buds, but like I said, they deleted that tweet very shortly after. So them showing this though is a good sign that these are going to be out very soon. So if you've been wanting to get some cheaper Pixel Buds, but you like the look of them and probably some of the features, then they're going to be out soon. I will mention, I do have the regular Pixel Buds, and they might have the best, most reliable controls in earbuds. Very good. The sound is pretty good as well. Obviously the sound on these, I would assume, wouldn't be as good. And the price on these will probably be about $100. Just have to wait and see exactly as time goes on how much they exactly are, and also what's missing in terms of features, if any. Last story of the day is about the Galaxy Home, aka the Galaxy Home Mini to be exact. The Galaxy Home has been announced, which is a Samsung smart speaker, has been announced and known about for years now, and it never really came out. But this is a look at the Galaxy Home Mini. So check this out. This is showing the Galaxy Home Mini next to a Google Home Mini, and the size of the Galaxy Home Mini is looking like it's 2 times as big. And to me, that's not a bad thing. And the reason I say that is because of the fact that you would assume it's gonna have better sound, and I would want something with better sound overall. And then here's the box for the Galaxy Home Mini, if this ever comes out, and it's, you know, very Samsung looking box. And then ultimately here's a short little video that also shows it with a ring going around, some kind of status light that would probably indicate what it's doing, maybe if it's answering a question or giving you information or updating, or it's offline or something like that. That status ring would change. But yeah, that is the Galaxy Home Mini. I don't have any information on, it's gonna be out in 2 months, or it's gonna come out, or it never is going to come out. I would guess it's probably never going to come out, especially with how big Apple and Samsung, or Google and Amazon are in that space already. I can't imagine Samsung's gonna throw their weight behind this unless it already runs Alexa or Google Assistant or something like that. Otherwise, I'd be very surprised if they end up coming out with their own smart speaker with their own Bixby software on it at this point. First story of the day is about the Samsung Galaxy S21 Fan Edition. When should you expect that phone to come out? And if you don't know about that phone, that's their mid-tier premium device that should be out when? Well, it looks like it's going to be coming out around July, and you'll get all the colors of the rainbow pretty much when it does come out. And the Galaxy S21 Fan Edition should be a pretty big seller as well. The S20 Fan Edition was a pretty big hit as well, and this one should improve and take over a little bit of what was, maybe lacking or just needed a little bit of improvement versus the S20 Fan Edition. You should still also get a really premium processor in there, Snapdragon 888. She had a 1080p, 120 hertz AMOLED display, and so much more. July's looking like the date though. Next up, we've seen the quote-unquote real look of the Galaxy Z Flip 3. Well, what about some renders based off of those creations from Let's Go Digital. Check this out. So they're showing off the beauty of this phone, and it's going to show off, first of all, right here, the 1.83-inch cover display. The release date of this phone should be August of 2021, so about 3 months from now. And the big takeaways from this is it should have water resistance, should have better cameras, a faster processor, potentially more RAM. Also, you're probably looking at this outside display definitely being larger than ever before, with touch sensitivity to it, meaning you can touch it and interact with it, which is always great. And another crazy thing, check out this story about the Galaxy Z Flip 3. They are seemingly coming out with protective covers / cases that are all one piece. Now remember, this phone does fold in half, but ultimately the case / cover would cover the hinge and the whole part of the bottom and top parts of the phone without having to be broken apart into two pieces like the other cases did in the past with these last couple generations of the phone. This is going to be very cool, and hopefully this carries over to the Galaxy Z Fold 3 as well. But yeah, this is something that has been much needed. Rather than having a two-piece case, you'd have a one-piece case that totally covers all of the phone. First story and only story of the day is about the Galaxy Z Flip 3. Remember, the Galaxy Z Flip 3 is going to be the successor to the Galaxy Z Flip 5G. The Z Flip 5G came out at a price around $11.99. And when you got it, it was actually cheaper than the Galaxy Z Flip, the original one. It had 5G, it had a faster, I think it had a faster processor, a couple things that were upgrades, but it ended up being cheaper. But it looks like the Galaxy Z Flip 3 is going to be cheaper than all of those phones when it launches. Check this out. This tweet comes from H. Wang, and H. Wang is saying that the price is going to be somewhere between $990 and $11.99. Now, it was $11.99 in the past, so it doesn't seem like it's going to be that. And we're going to go through more of this. It says the Z Flip 3, $990, be available August 3rd. August 3rd is just basically 2 months, about 2 months, 3 months away at this point. We have another tweet though from Yogesh. Yogesh says there are reports of Galaxy Z Flip 3 launching or below $1,000. Well, it's not going to happen, but the phone is well under $1,200, making it the cheapest Samsung Foldable yet. They're debating on two rates, $1,049 or $1,099. And you have to remember, this Z Flip 3 is no slouch. One of the biggest improvements of this phone is that it's going to have on that outside display a 1.83-inch cover display that looks like you'll be able to interact with it, touch it, like I said, interact with it. Cameras should be updated, a slightly better design. It's going to be a better phone overall. And if we get this phone down to $1099 or $1049, all systems go in terms of people probably that were a little bit put off by this phone. It's getting into that price range where it's very competitive with regular traditional candy bar phones. And it's a cool design. I know it's a little bit old school. It's kind of like a phone like this, which I will have a video on. This is a Kyocera just sent me this phone. I'm gonna do a video on it. It's literally a flip phone. It's similar to this in a way, but it's a smartphone and it has a touch display. So it's interesting and it's exciting, because if we see something like this with the Z Flip 3 being $1099 or $1049, you can almost expect, and we hope anyway, that the Z Fold 3 will be cheaper as well. Will it be cheaper? I don't know. I kind of feel like it won't, just because of some of the improvements they're doing with this phone, with the S Pen support, with the hidden camera and things like that. First story of the day is about the Galaxy Z Flip 3 and this S Pen support. We're getting some mixed signals, but let's talk about potential Galaxy Z Flip 3 with an S Pen. This information is coming out of Let's Go Digital. They're saying that the Galaxy Z Flip with Samsung S Pen support, Samsung seems to intend to make future Galaxy Z Flip smartphones compatible with a stylus pen, according to a trademark application. And you can take a look at the application right here that indicates that they are looking to add, again, S Pen support to Galaxy Z Flip phones. Now, what about the Galaxy Z Flip 3? There was also some information coming out. This is from Yogesh, who's saying he responded to them on Twitter saying this is not happening this time, talking about the Galaxy Z Flip 3. But then he goes on to say, though, the Flip will support the basic stylus that came with S21 Ultra. So it's a little bit of a contradictory tweet right there. He's saying, no, it's not going to happen. But then, yes, it is also going to happen that the one that comes with the S21 Ultra, which you have to use a case, you have to get a special case to house it, and you don't have the full Bluetooth functionality of everything, that this will work with it. So it's, again, kind of a mixed signal right there. I don't fully, truly know if it's going to have S Pen support, but if it does, it sounds like this one will work with it, the one that came with the S21 Ultra that you had to buy extra. But then we also have some more information, this time from Ross Young, who I've interviewed on my channel. He's got a great track record. He also responded to this article saying not expected, I guess assuming that it's not going to be expected on the Z Flip 3. So again, more weight that the Z Flip 3 will not support the S Pen. And then we also have some tweets from Park Samsung Leak. Again, take all these leaks with a grain of salt. But basically, he's saying that the Z Flip 3 is going to have 15-watt charging, which is extremely slow. It's the same speed of charging, I think that was on the S10, if I remember correctly. Yeah, looking at the charger, is going to have a 3,300 milliamp battery, which is small, and that's kind of what we expected with this phone. 120 hertz display. And then he's saying, I'm a little bit confused by this, doesn't want the Snapdragon 88 processor or anything, but he wants the 870. So I don't know if he's saying that it's going to have the 870 or it's going to have the 888, but I think it's going to have the 888. And the reason I say that is because we have another article on here. This time it's from UX Blog. And there's a bunch of question and answers on here. And again, take these all with a grain of salt. What is the price of the Z Flip 3 and Fold 3? Saying basically that the Z Fold 3 will probably stay the same price, but the Z Flip 3 will potentially be a little bit cheaper, like we talked about yesterday, probably being around $10.99 or so. Is the Fold 3 or Flip 3 Exynos, and that he's saying that it's going to be just the Snapdragon 888 all across the world. You will not get an Exynos processor, which lends credence also to eliminating the 870 as the processor for the Z Flip 3. It sounds like it's just going to be the Snapdragon 888. And then about the Z Flip 3, does it have under display camera or S Pen apply to the Flip? And no. Kind of a mixed bag of rumors, a little bit all over the place. Not really sure who exactly to trust or believe on this, if it's gonna have S Pen. Even if it does have S Pen, if I do get that phone, I can't imagine, I'm not gonna use S Pen. I don't even use the S Pen on the S21 Ultra really at all. It's just, it doesn't fit my lifestyle. And even on the Z Flip Fold 3, you know, I'm not gonna be using the S Pen either on here. I mean, even though it's gonna be a much bigger screen, I would try it at the very least, but I probably wouldn't make it my go-to thing on a regular basis. We have one story today, very, very slow news day, but it's information that you should know, and it's about the Galaxy Z Flip 3 and the Galaxy Z Fold 3 and how fast the charging potentially, because these are rumors, will be on those two devices, and it will disappoint you. It's disappointing me a little bit just because of the fact that when you play with something like a OnePlus 9 Pro, which has extremely fast charging, OnePlus 9 Pro has 50-watt wireless charging, literally wireless charging, which is faster than this phone and any other Samsung phone on the market. And then also has wired charging at 65 watts, again, which is way faster than anything Samsung has on the market. You start to be like, this is annoying. Especially when those phones charge in like 45 minutes from 0 to 100. 0 to 100, 45 minutes, whereas it's gonna take like, what, an hour and a half or so. With a Galaxy device, maybe a little bit longer. It's ridiculous, especially when Samsung will not update their charging speeds, and maybe they kind of have been increasing prices or keeping prices where they've been. It's time to make a change, Samsung. You need to include, especially on your premium phones, faster charging. And if you're not with me, I got 2 words for you. You should be. That's 3. Let's talk about this. The story is coming from Tron, and Tron is saying Z Fold 3 will have 25-watt charging and the Z Flip 3 will have 15 watt charging. He shows off a little bit of information here showing that information based off these calculations. I guess those equate out to 15 watts and 25 watts for the Z Flip 3 and the Z Fold 3. Now, little context, Z Fold 2, unlock this, has 25 watt charging. Z Flip 3, 15 watt charging is so slow. That's ages, like a few years ago technology. It's time to update the fast charging, especially on the 15 watt. Give me a break. 25 watt on this is absolutely ridiculous. This is a $2,000 phone. Now, even if you look at the Z Flip 3, it's still a $1,200 phone, rumored to be in the $1,099, $1,049, $1,199 price range, somewhere in that regard. It should still have a lot faster charging than 15 watt. That's big money for kind of slow charging these days. 25 watts, $2,000 is crazy. And the other thing is, if you do get a phone like this, the trade-in values are generally pretty good. Generally, they're about $1,000. At least they have been in the past. You could trade one of these phones in, especially for another Z Fold phone, for about $1,000. I assume it's going to continue in that way. You'll still have to pay $1,000 more still. But regardless, the charging feeds are so bad. It's so annoying. It's really annoying. And I know 25 watts is, for the most part, pretty good. 45 watts versus 25 watts, at least on Samsung side, wasn't a huge difference. They really need to put this up to 65 watts. It's time. I'm not going to keep this phone long enough to where it's going to be needing a battery. And I wouldn't really tell anybody else to do that either. Unless, if you don't have an insurance policy on your phone, don't get one of these flip phones or folding phones for more than a year, because of the fact that they could potentially break. They could, and then the batteries anyway, sometimes the batteries after a year start to go crappy anyway. So at least have some kind of insurance on the phone if you're going to plan to keep this phone on longer than a year. Thanks. First story of the day is about some official photos that went out on the Galaxy Z Flip 3 and the Z Fold 3. We talked about this, I believe it was last week or the week before, where there was like actual real promo photos that a bunch of people put out. I put them out myself. There was actually videos as well if you looked on Twitter. I didn't put the videos up, but I put some of the screenshots up of the new Galaxy Z Fold 3 and Z Flip 3, and it had information on there about the 120 hertz on the inside and outside displays. It showed off the phones. Well, it looks like those images were real. And when I say that, how do I know that? Check this tweet out. This tweet comes from Max Jamber, who's saying Samsung copyright striked YouTube videos and Twitter accounts which uploaded content of the Galaxy Z Fold 3 and the Galaxy Z Flip 3. They're targeting the self-called leakers who spread the recordings. Now, he's talking about the people who actually posted. There's like a video or a GIF going around, mostly on Twitter, but a little bit on YouTube. I didn't get any copyright strikes, thank God, because I guess all I posted was the photos. But beyond that, he's got information that they have copyright striked. A lot of people on Twitter and a few people on YouTube as well that posted those videos. So you can, if you've seen those videos and photos, they're pretty much real because they can't copyright strike something that's not actual footage. So if you've seen that, then you know what the phone is going to look like, and you know, based off, people have already created renders off that and stuff. So that's what it's going to look like. We're not gonna, it's basically 100% guaranteed at this point that, for instance, there's gonna be a under display camera on the main display, and you can take that with all the salt. No salt. No need salt on there. There's no salt. Don't throw any salt in that rumor, because that rumor's true, baby. And the last story of the day is, what about the release date of the Galaxy Z Fold 3 and the Galaxy Z Flip 3 and some other devices, as well as Samsung Galaxy S21 Fan Edition? When are those phones going to come out? We've got a new rumor coming straight out of Korea about the release date of those devices, and it seems like it might be a little later than I actually thought. So check out this tweet. This tweet is coming from Tron, and he pulled the information from an article over in Korea. Tron says Samsung Electronics and Korean carriers are discussing plans to release new Galaxy products, such as the Galaxy S21 Fan Edition, the Galaxy Z Fold 3, and the Galaxy Z Flip 3 at the end of August. There's been rumors that those phones at least the Z Fold 3 and Flip 3 would actually be releasing maybe in July, maybe early August. There's been, strong rumors about that. And now it's saying at the end of August, which would fall in line really where they always release those phones. A little bit disappointing, not the end of the world. I want them to get it right rather than just rush a product out. But that's, again, kind of a bit of a letdown in terms of that. But it sounds like they also want to release all those products all together at the same time. And I think that's probably not a bad idea, because I think the people that are going to buy one of those devices isn't probably going to buy all of those devices. So it probably really doesn't matter if they release them all at once or once in a while. So there you guys go. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. New videos every single day. My question out to you guys is, which of those devices are you most excited about that they're going to release? The Z Flip 3, the Z Fold 3, S21 Fan Edition? Let me know in the comments down below. You know it's the Z Fold 3 for me. I'll see you guys down the road. Peace!